And that's how I started calling myself Tokyo. The one looking at my ass is Berlin. Again. Hello, everybody. My name is Krissy, and this is my first ever YouTube video. Char! May pa-channel na ako mga be. Oh, gusto mo yan? Gusto mo yan? Well, I'm not even sure if anyone will be watching this, but if you're already here, I really appreciate it. Nice to meet you, and welcome to my passion project. So, for today's video, how will I introduce to you guys the kind of contents that I'll be making in this channel? So, naisip ko, bukod dun sa mga pinagagawa at pinagpo-post ko sa Instagram account ko, para may iba naman, why not ipasilip ko rin sa inyo yung mga trip kong gawin minsan, yung pag-voice over. Trip ko yan, yung mga paggaya-gaya sa mga narration, yung mga nagna-narrate over documentary films, yung mga ganyan, mga investigative channels, yung mga, yun, basta yung mga nag-voice over, yung mga pretty standard lang, pati sa mga commercial, tsaka mga airline announcements, yung mga ganyan. And so, naisip ko, yung Money Heist kasi, isa yun sa mga paborito kong series sa Netflix. So, di ba may yung first part nun si Tokyo talagang bongga yung mga narration niya. So, yun. Kaya, ito, sinulat ko talaga siya. Tinranscribe ko talaga siya mga te. Oo, tinranscribe ko isa-isa yung mga sinabi ni Tokyo. Alam ko may subtitles naman, so I can just copy it, 'di ba? Pero yung pag-dub niya kasi, iba rin yung mga words na sinasabi niya doon. So, yun yung gagamitin kong script dito sa pag-attempt natin gayahin si Tokyo. O, 'di ba? May mga ganito pa akong nalalaman. Ewan ko ba? Kasi isa yun sa mga frustration ko talaga yung pag maging voice-over artist, voice-over talent, churva. Yan. Nakarakit na ako ng mga ilan in the past, pero hindi ko pa siya nakakarir masyado kasi yung mga samples ko, wala pa akong mga gadgets, mga tools before. So, ayun. So, ngayon, medyo meron na akong mga pa-mic dito, ganyan. So, naisip ko, ayusin ko yung mga samples ko. Tapos, ipadala ko ulit siya sa mga advertising agencies or sa mga studios who are filing voice-over samples. So, yun yung pina-project ko na matagal na actually. Pero ngayon ko lang naiisip na karirin. Kasi, yun, sayang din. Kasi, di ba, yung boses puhunan yan eh. Alam mo yun, wala kang nilalabas na pera. Pero pwede mo siyang pagkakitaan actually. It's a money-making tool. So, why not make use of it? Na-discover ko lang tong talent na to nung college ako, nung nag-com arts ako. Ang bilis ko antukin. Hindi ako mahilig magbasa. As in, mga books, ng mga pag mag-aaral, ganun-ganun. So, ang tendency is, I have to read them out loud so that I could stay awake. So, nakatulong pa siya actually kasi nahasa siguro yung bibig ko, yung mga pronounce ko ng mga words, ganyan-ganyan, tsaka yung facing, kung gaano kabilis, gaano kabagal. I'm not sure, pero naging practice ko siya, naging training ko siya, kumbaga. So, hindi na naging mahirap sa akin yung pag-ano ng English. Then, medyo gearing towards American accent, American and neutral yung accent ko. Pangarap ko nga matuto ng British accent, di ba? Parang sexy. Dapat matagal na ako nagsimula ng channel na to, but I'm a classic Virgo, guys. So, alam niyo yung mga Virgo, medyo mga perfectionist, yung ganyan, yung mga tipong, ay nako, hanggat hindi ka good enough, hanggat sa tingin mo hindi perfect, or you don't have every tool that you need, yung ayaw mo i-expose yung sarili mo to making mistakes. Alam mo yun? Kaya, ang tendency is, bago ka gumawa ng something, parang yung chances of success should be high. High na kagad. If not perfect, is high na kagad. Yung ganun. So, ang pangit nung ganun kasi nga, you keep on making excuses. Tapos, eventually naman, wala kang nagagawa. Kasi nga, hanggang tinamad ka na, kakaisip mo ng magiging excuse mo to not doing anything. This is actually years worth of excuses and procrastination, guys. So, this is me kicking perfectionism in the butt This is me giving myself permission to make mistakes. So, hindi ako perfect, guys. Hindi ako expert at anything, but I'm just here to express. I'm just here to share. And hopefully, if I could inspire people, then very good. Yeah, kung hindi naman, edi pagtawanan nyo na lang ako. Charot. Wag naman, guys. Be kind. Be kind, okay? Let's all always be kind to one another. So, enough talk. Let's get right to it. Hi guys! Yes, for today's video, naisip ko, alam niyo yung Money Heist, diba? Pinaka-paborito ko talaga yan sa mga napanood kong series sa Netflix. Kasi yung pagkakadub niya, ang galing talaga. Alam mo yung parang sakto yung pagkakadub ng English, kahit na originally Spanish yung pagkakagawa. Spanish series talaga siya. Kaya tuwang-tuwa ako nung napanood ko yun, na parang napaka-cool, tsaka hindi siya predictable. So naisip ko lang, 'di ba? Why not i-try ko kaya yung lines ni Tokyo doon, yung narration part sa umpisa. Okay, so try na natin. My name's Tokyo. But when the story began, that wasn't my name. That was me. And that was the love of my life. The last time I saw him, I left him in a pool of blood, with his eyes open. We pulled off 15 perfect heists, but mixing love and business never works. So when the security guard fired, I had to change my profession, from thief to murderer. And that's when I started to run. In a way, I was dead too. Well, almost dead. I've been hiding for 11 days, and my picture was in every police station in Spain. I'd get 30 years, and to be honest, growing old in a prison cell isn't for me. I'd rather be on the run, body and soul. And if I can't run with my body, at least let my soul escape. I was almost out of time, and I have a lot to do. Actually, just one thing. Tapos yun, tumawag na siya sa mom niya, di ba? Kasi sorry sa mga hindi pa nakakapanood kung spoiler ako, pero yun, basta yung next scene doon, tawag siya sa mom, not knowing na nandun na pala yung mga pulis sa bahay nila, tapos inaabangan lang, parang nakikinig dun sa conversation nila ng mami niya. Ito yung sunod na narration part. And that day, the day I was going to the slaughterhouse, my guardian angel appeared. You can never be sure what a guardian angel will look like, but what you'd never imagine is for him to drive up an old sedan from 1992. And that's how I met the professor, by pointing a gun at his balls. The good thing about relationships is that we end up forgetting how they started. Yun na yung part na nag-usap sila ng professor sa kotse, di ba? Kasi kinukumbinsi niya siya ng professor na, alam mo na, yung, sige na, one last heist na, ayun. Tapos doon, di parang na-entice na si Tokyo, sabi niya. No one has ever scored that big. Not in New York, London, or Monte Carlo. So if my picture was gonna be in the news again, at least it'd be for the greatest heist in history. Oh, di ba? Ang cool. Ayun. So tapos na, okay na yung grand entrance na ng mga characters, ng mga cast, diba? Ng mga member, mga na-recruit ni professor sa heist. So pagpunta nila dun sa parang, ano matawag dun? Basta yung parang hideout nila, yung ganun. Kung saan nila binuo yung mga plano, kung saan nagkakaroon ng briefing, tsaka orientation kuno si professor, ganon. May blackboard pa talaga. Parang pinag-usapan nila how will they call themselves, ganon. Okay, so ganito yung sabi niya. And that's how I started calling myself Tokyo. The one looking at my ass is Berlin, a wanted man all over the world. 27 heists, jewelry stores, auction houses, and armored vehicles. His biggest score, the Champs-Élysées in Paris. 434 diamonds. He's like a shark in a swimming pool. You can swim with him, but you're always nervous. He was in charge of the heist. The one coughing is Moscow. The first thing he dug was a mine in Asturias. Later, he figured out that he'd make more money by digging upwards. 6 fur shops, 3 watch shops, and the Rural Credit Union of Aviles. He's an expert with any industrial tool. The one behind Moscow is Denver, his son. Drugs, busted teeth, broken ribs. He's the king of bar fights. Pure, hot, blooded. A ticking time bomb, perfect for the heist. Rio. He's my weakness. He's the Mozart of computers. He's been coding since he was 6 and knows everything about alarms and electronics. As for everything else, it's as if he was born yesterday. And there you have the twins, Helsinki and Oslo. Even the most sophisticated plan needs soldiers. And what's better than 2 Serbs? Maybe they can think, but frankly, we'll never know. Nairobi, a hardened optimist. She's been counterfeiting banknotes since she was 13. Now she's our quality control manager. She might be crazy, but she's a lot of fun. The professor. No criminal record, no registration. Hasn't renewed his ID since he was 19. For all intents and purposes, a ghost. But a very intelligent ghost. Yan! Ganun yung intro niya. O, diba? Ang bongga. Medyo monotonous, pero ganun yung character niya kasi doon eh. Parang, alam mo yun, parang tinatamad. Parang, I couldn't care less, gano'n, na astig-astigin, angas, ganun. So, yun, tinry ko lang. Ano sa tingin niyo? Nag-iiba yung boses ko. Medyo nag-iba, no? Gusto ko ngayon parang mas sexy pa doon eh, pero yun lang ang kinaya ng powers natin ngayon, te. So, yeah, I think that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Kung hindi pa kayo nakasubscribe, please hit on that subscribe button and leave some comments down below para naman makapag, connect tayo ng kahit paano, diba? So, yeah, apart from that, if you want to be notified of my new videos, new uploads, just turn on the notification bell as well. Alright, yeah. So maraming salamat po ulit sa panonood. Stay safe everyone and always be kind. My name is Krissy, creating to express and inspire. Bye-bye! See you on the next one.